Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Today I'm reorganizing or organizing our pantry. By the way, if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Trisha. I make cleaning, organizing, and lifestyle videos. If you're into these kinds of stuff, please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. And you can also follow me on Instagram. It's at LoveTrisha12, and on my Facebook account, it's the LoveTrisha12. Their links are in the description box below. So like I've said, today I'm going to organize or reorganize our pantry. I have 3 cabinets that I'm reorganizing today. The first cabinet is where I place all my snacks, so that cabinet is exclusive for snacks. The second cabinet is where I place all the pastas, powders that we need in food preparation, and all the condiments as well. For the third one, it's actually a shelf. That's where all the spices are, and I'm really excited about this video because I have been planning this for a very long time. I bought a lot of new items just for this organization video. I mean, not just for this video, but for the organization itself. Our pantry is not just functional anymore. So I want to make everything easily accessible to us, especially when we're preparing food or when we're cooking. And this is also my time to declutter our pantry. I want to take out some expired stuff or spoiled stuff inside the pantry. Anyway, let's not get this video any longer. Let's start organizing. I want to start organizing our spice drawer first. This drawer is located right below our stove, and as you can see, it's very messy and it really needs organization. This is where we keep our salt, black pepper, all the spices. Dennis also keeps his favorite seasonings in here, and this is also where we keep the onions and garlic. These are the produce which we most commonly use in cooking. To begin the organization process, I'm going to take out everything first, and then I'm going to vacuum the space and wipe it clean using a microfiber cloth and the Method cleaning spray. Also, I want to thank you guys for supporting this channel. It's finally monetized after a year and a half of being on YouTube. Really, thank you so much, guys. I also want to thank everyone who leaves a comment on my channel, like Julie and Chet, who left their comments on my previous video, 8 Habits to a Clean Home. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll put the link down below. All your likes and comments help this channel a lot, so please keep them coming, guys, to keep this channel growing. Again, thank you so much for the support, guys. I bought these bamboo drawer trays and rattan basket from Kmart. I decided to lessen the use of plastic organizers because, as you know, I'm trying to change my lifestyle to minimalism. I also wanted to throw away stuff which we don't use anymore, and this empty container has been inside this drawer for a long time now. So I'm glad that I get to declutter our pantry today. My end goal is to lessen the plastic use in our home, so I thought that using a more natural material for the organizers will be a good start for a minimalist lifestyle. Although I know it will take a long while before I will be able to finally incorporate this lifestyle into my life, but at least I know I'm finally starting the process a few steps at a time. Almost every Filipino food require the use of onion and garlic, so these two are always on the grocery list of every Filipino household. These are all Dennis' favorite chili oils and chili sauce. Well, except for the pad thai paste and gochujang because both of them are mine. What I'm going to do with them is I'm going to check their expiry dates because they've been in the pantry for a long time now. I still have to ask Dennis if he would want to throw away the expired chili sauce because sometimes they're still good to eat even past their expiry or best before dates. I'm pretty careful about throwing away any of his stuff because I'm trying to respect each of our boundaries, so I always ask for his decisions. I decided to use these old plastic organizers because I didn't realize until now that I need to buy more bamboo trays for this drawer. I know it will take a while for me to buy another one of these bamboo organizers, so I figured why not use the old organizers for now. This is the before and after. I'm so happy with the result. What do you think, guys?
Now I'm moving on to where we keep the bottles. This is where we keep our cooking oil and soy sauce and vinegars. As always, I'm going to wipe this area first and then proceed with organizing the bottles in here. This rice vinegar was already past its best before date, but it's been only 2 months and I actually searched online that vinegar can be safely used even long after its expiration date. So as you can see, I'm checking the expiry dates of the bottles before I put them back on the shelf, and most of them are still okay to use. Right here, I'm washing the newly bought containers before I use them. I'm really being careful in handling them because I don't want to spend another dollar for them, especially since these bamboo glass containers were a bit expensive compared to the ones which we can buy in Kmart. I decided to buy a higher quality of bamboo glass canisters because I've already tried the ones in Kmart and they do not store the powders very well in my opinion. So I convinced myself that it's probably a good investment to spend a little more in these containers in exchange for a high quality storage for food. I picked out the top 3 liquids that we use every day in cooking to pour in these bottles. I only bought 3 of these bottles because they're also quite expensive, but I always wanted to have this type of bottle for storage in our pantry. This cabinet is probably the most difficult among all of the others to organize because there's a lot more stuff in here and it's the largest area compared to the rest of them. I've tried organizing and reorganizing it a couple of times ever since we moved in this house, and hopefully this time I'll be more successful in organizing this particular cabinet. The touch of your hand. Now I'm just transferring the powders from their old containers. I used to store them in a 1000 ml jar, but these new jars that I bought are 1300 ml or 1300 ml, so they can store a bit more powder compared to the old ones, and I'm so happy about it. Every time I secure the lid in these new jars, I can hear the air being pushed out of the jar, which tells me that these are really good quality containers because it really does secure the contents inside. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, and it's the smile on your face. I printed out these labels using our printer. I always wanted to buy a label maker, but I decided not to buy it anymore since I already have a printer, so I feel like it'll just be a waste of money buying a label maker. I know it'll be easier to print out labels if I have a label maker, but as you know, I'm trying to be minimal, so I'm pretty content with just printing out my labels, and I rarely print out labels anyway. Forever, never to part. So this is everything that I have put inside the jars. We don't have a lot of powders and other stuff because I don't bake, and honestly, we don't have any space in our tiny kitchen for an oven. So we only needed the main stuff like flour, cornstarch, sugar and pasta, and oats, which we need in our everyday cooking. I used these boxes of the new jars themselves to serve as a base to lift the jars behind the other jars so that we can properly see and identify them. I don't want to buy another organizer for it because, as you know, I hate buying stuff, especially when I know I could use something more practical instead. And especially since these boxes are hidden anyway, so it doesn't bother me at all using them. Around this corner is where I'm keeping this large organizer containing all the powder bags which didn't fit in the bamboo glass canisters. I also still use these old 300 ml jars because I think they're still great to use as containers for the other powders and food items. I bought all of these smaller jars from Kmart.
Better things to do, rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for
This other large organizer is where I'm keeping all the other pantry stuff like coffee and tea packets. By the way, these large organizers are old containers which I bought I think a year ago. I still like them, so I'm keeping them. This is also an old organizer and I decided to use it to organize our canned goods. I like it because it elevates the ones at the back so we could still see everything. I also bought this from Kmart. So this is now the before and after of this large cabinet.
that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, 'cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slammed the door, I would be the richest girl alive. But you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your mind tricks and your side chicks. I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game.
I decided to place this turntable in this corner because I still can access everything in it just by turning it. Now we're moving on to my spice rack. I bought this one from Kmart and I didn't like it because my spices ended up being clumped together or they hardened because these small jars do not do a great job keeping out the moisture inside. This is why I bought new jars for the spices, and these are also a little expensive, but like I've said earlier, whenever I place the lid, it really pushes out the air inside, which is a good thing. I also chose the spices which we commonly use in cooking because there's not much point to keep the spices which we never use. That's why I think I only have 11 of these spice jars. I decided to place these spice jars on top of the microwave shelf together with the oil bottles. And here they are now. I definitely love how it turned out. And now we're on to the very last cabinet finally. This one's a bit easy to organize, I suppose. This is already after dinner, and as you can see, Dennis is already home. I had to take a break because I had to cook dinner for us and of course eat. And now that we're both full, it's time to resume organizing. I bought 2 new large organizers for our snacks and biscuits, and I'm really glad that they fit. Well, not perfectly, but at least they fit. I really wanted to use a large organizer to keep our snacks and biscuits to make it look more organized and pleasing to the eyes. I also bought these stackable organizers for our Coke cans, and I bought it from Kmart. And I think that I love how it's organized the cans so well. And of course, I also printed out labels for the snacks. This is now the before and after for our snack cabinet. I'm also highly satisfied with this result. So that is it for this video, you guys. Let me know what you think about this video. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope I motivated you in organizing your pantry as well. If you like this video, please give this a good old thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more organizing videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the bell icon to keep you notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much guys for supporting my channel. See you on the next one. Bye!